put a stealth cam out, and I came in this morning in the dark, and I brought my Gorilla tree stand in, and if it happens, it's going to be really close because it's so thick in here. I'm right next to the bedding area. The stealth cam's got 2 events on it, so that means a deer's been in here since yesterday. It's a pretty good spot. This is the expanded season, and I threw some sex scent wafers out next to the bedding area because I got a lot of pictures on the stealth cam of bucks and does going up and putting their noses right on the sex scent wafers. So with any luck, we're not just going to show you a doe, we're going to hopefully show you a buck, and hopefully it'll be one of the bucks that's on that stealth cam. And some of the pictures that I've already gotten, there's a lot of bucks on this piece. We've videotaped a spiker a couple times, but I'm expecting, I haven't seen the pictures, of course, because I haven't got them developed yet. I don't know exactly what's coming into this bedding area, but there's 3 beds right here on this little knoll. And we got a southwest wind, which was perfect for me to sneak in here this morning. So I threw some sex scent wafers out just in case the wind starts changing. Plus my clothes have been descented, and I put some sex scent wafers in with them in a container. So I'm hoping that we're going to show you not just a doe, hopefully some sort of buck this morning. We got like 4 stealth cam pictures on this piece right in this little area. It was probably about, I don't know, a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile away from here that I picked up most of the bucks, but all the sign comes right here. So we're going to sit tight. We'll see what happens. If you can see, I put a sex scent wafer right in front of the stealth cam.
After sitting on stand for only about 45 minutes, I looked down into the bedding area and I could see this buck. He appeared out of nowhere just like a ghost. This buck doesn't know it, but we both have history together. I've actually filmed this buck in velvet with my nephew, Billy Walker, and I have several stealth cam pictures of the buck also. It's pretty neat how this buck's smelling almost every leaf near him. That's how cautious most bucks are, and he's only 1.5 years old. And that's exactly why, if you spend enough time in the woods, you'll see that unpressured whitetail move with the wind throughout the timber. This buck's coming off a green field with a southwest wind. So that means he's traveling into the northeast from the southwest. The buck's approaching one of my sex scent wafers right now. He's standing over it. I just reached for my bow, and as I grabbed it, it bumped the camera. I'm thinking that if the buck steps between the 2 trees, I can make the shot. But he just breezes right through them. And I have to let my bow down. And as I do that, it bumps the camera and the buck looks up at me. But I have my camouflage head to toe, and the buck really doesn't see me. I move the camera and get it in position. The buck steps back out into the opening. I come to full draw, and it's go time. Yes! He just took a ride on the Carbon Express.
I'm down right there, folks. It's not the buck I thought it was. I told you just a couple minutes ago that I found these beds. The other day with Chris Winter. Thanks for coming with me, Chris. I didn't know if I was going to get a shot. I was going to bring a climber that I took last night with my buddy Jay LeBlanc, but I wound up bringing my Gorilla tree stands in with tree steps. I said, what the heck, I'm going to wind up leaving it here anyway. The deer comes in. I threw some Sexcent wafers down there. The stealth cam just took a picture of the deer. He came right into the bed. You see him standing right in his bed. We found these beds the other day. The deer's down over there about 65 yards. I watched him fall right beside a pine tree. I tried to stay on him, folks, but I had my bow in my hand. You see me just film myself. My stealth cam's actually picked this buck up about half a mile away on an oak flat eating acorns. You see his nose right on a scent wafer. Me and my nephew Billy Walker sat in a stand a week before the season, and that spiker and a doe wound up coming in on us. Show you what killed that deer. Being able to bring this tree stand in here this morning and not clanging around, you know, with this strap instead of a chain. It's so quiet and so quick, this cinch strap. I'll tell you what, that right there is what helped me kill that buck, this product right here. And like I said, I started using their product last year. I was so pleased with the product that I called them and I asked them if they'd be my sponsor for my videos. And they said they'd be more than happy. So they gave me all the equipment that I could use to produce this video. Everything that you've seen so far is because of their equipment, I'll tell you. Alright, let me go get my bow, pick my bow up off the ground, and we're gonna go get my buck. Fog's starting to lift up here. The sun's going to be out here in a little bit. I want to hurry up and get my deer out of the woods. This right here, folks, is what really turned me on next to these beds. This is a buck dropping. And you're like, well, how do you know that? Well, with a buck, as fall starts coming, his testosterone level starts increasing. And his testicles drop, and it secretes a digestive enzyme into the deer's digestive tract, and it clumps it up. It's all because of testosterone. And that right there is the reason I've killed several bucks. When you're finding that, folks, especially when it's 80 degrees and it's still green, that tells you right there that that's where the buck is spending a lot of time. And that's exactly why my stealth cam was on that oak flat. I found a whole bunch of this about a half a mile away, and I did a little more scouting with Chris, and we wound up following the trail and coming onto this bedding area right on top of this little knoll, and I was able to capitalize this morning on one of the bucks my stealth cam picked up, and I'm thankful. All right. This is what we like to see right here. That right there is what we like to see. This is the arrow right here. You see I got a nice broadside shot. This is that titanium 100 I was telling you about. Look at that. Alright, we see him go down, so we don't have to follow the blood trail. I'm sure it's a good one. Double lung, obviously. But, sun's coming out. We're going to go to the deer right now. And I haven't been to the deer now, folks. Alright? We're going to go up there. From here, I'd say I marked him off with a bent over tree. I'm going to say he's probably about 50 yards right from here. Let's go to him. This is some of the blood right here. He went up in here. He went up in there and he fell right over in there. Alright, let's go up. And you get to check out my buck with me for the first time. Awesome. That is sweet. He's just a spiker, but when you're able to pattern a deer and catch them coming right to their bed, there's nothing more awesome than that. There's nothing more awesome than that. We still got the whole season ahead of us, folks. Hopefully we're going to show you some awesome footage. Alright, I'm going to hitch this camera up and I'm going to talk to you about what happened here. Beautiful shot. What's really neat, folks, in that picture I have of that deer, you actually see that spot in that picture of tufted up hair right there. That's where the arrow exited, right there. Nice little spiker. But what this video is all about is showing you products that actually work. You know, the Gorilla Tree Stand, I'll tell you what, it's, you know, it doesn't cost much, but it's an excellent, excellent stand. It's a primo stand. It's awesome. The Stealth Cam, you see a couple pictures of this buck, you know. Actually, I don't know exactly what we have on the Stealth Cam right now in front of the bedding area, but I'm sure we got a picture of him coming in. And the Sex Scent Wafer. Man, I can't say enough about that Sex Scent Wafer. That thing has pulled a lot of deer in front of my Stealth Cam, and it can work for you too, I'm telling you. Put a Sex Scent Wafer in front of that Stealth Cam and you're going to get pictures. I promise you, you're going to get pictures of deer walking right up to it and sniffing it. And I'll tell you what, that's respectable with a bow anywhere. Especially if you're out there, you're patterning your own deer. This isn't a managed ranch, folks. This is public access, and you can get out there and do it yourself. Pay attention to all of the stuff that we use, all the products that we use in this video, and hopefully we're going to show you some more of our products. Acorns are falling. Some more of our products working hard for you. Public access 4, take a stand. Don't sit at home, folks, hoping you're going to get a deer. You get out there, put them Stealth Cams to good work. They're going to make you get excited. They're going to motivate you to get out there, especially if you're seeing pictures. You get out there and you get yourself one. You can make this happen too.